Position war between Barangay Ginebra and San Miguel and the Meralco Bulls. These two rivals will be going at it one more time. Oh, shot from Barrientos. That's a slower pace. Oh, my goodness, JPM birthday. Right now, basketball keeps on going. Look at that. Quick release. Play within the standards basketball as we take another look. Who will be taking the bonus?
Another epic series indeed. Barangay Ginebra up against the Meralco Bulls right here at the Smart Arena Coliseum, and it promises to be a good one. We're here in Cubao, Quezon City, the Big Dome. And why not? We got a huge game between these two squads. It's a new chapter, same rivalry for both these squads, but at the end of the day, their eyes are on just one prize, making it to a seat in the semifinals. There it is, new chapter, same rivalry. Anthony Starr here together with Coach Mark Molina. And Coach, obviously, this is a game so many people have been looking forward to, and you can just see it by the number of people here inside the Big Dome.
Well, the rivalry continues. As mentioned, these two teams have been at it the past conferences, and we'll talk about that later on. But even in this conference, they're at the 4 and 5 matchup, and that means this is probably the most competitive matchup among all the series that we have here in the quarterfinals.
Bracket first, and there you see all the teams that have made it here to the quarters.
But the ones that are below are the best of 3 series. That's Ginebra and Meralco earlier converged, taking that advantage there in their series with Rain or Shine. TNT, of course, and Northport with the advantage. That tries to be the advantage.
Right now, let's start and take a look at Ginebra and their road to be able to make it here to the final 8.
Now, this is the team that got significantly better from the team that made the finals of the previous conference. First, they added Toy Rosario, and then look at the start, 5-2 record. Midway through that the elimination round, they activated Jamie Malonzo, who we all know has contributed a lot to this Barangay Ginebra team. They finished in 4th place at 8-4, and just before the quarterfinals, they activated another athletic wing in Jeremiah Gray. So this is a Barangay Ginebra team that is getting very dangerous as we head into the quarterfinals because they are now healthy.
That's very true. In fact, Coach Luigi Trillo said in an interview a few days ago, this is not the same Barangay Ginebra team heading into this conference. And right now, they've actually even changed because, as you said, they've got Malonzo, they've got Jeremiah Gray, and people are saying a revitalized import in Justin Brown. Let's take a look at Meralco and their road here to the quarterfinals.
Meralco started strong in this conference with their import Akil Mitchell, 3-0 record, but stumbled a bit. They actually had a chance to get a twice to beat advantage, but they lost 3 out of 4 heading into and then including their last 2 games. And it's important to note that those last 2 games that they lost, they played without Akil Mitchell. So this team would have been a 1 or a 2 seed if they were completely healthy, but they did not play with an import their last 2 games.
Exactly what you were saying. They were not completely healthy. Akil Mitchell was not 100%. They opted to rest him because they wanted to be 100% here today. But right now, let's take a look at the averages. And these two squads really match up quite well.
So when you talk about Barangay Ginebra, it's always defense when it comes to Coach Tim Cone. And that is why number 1 in points allowed at 90.5. Expect that to even become better once guys like Gray and Malonzo start playing. I'm quite surprised that Meralco is only number 8 in defense because also that is also the calling card of Meralco. Assists, usually, that is Ginebra's strength because of their ball movement. And then now, turnover bench points, that will be Meralco's strength in this series.
We've talked about Justin Brownlee. He has been the barometer here for imports. but he had an up and down conference. But they're saying he's ready to go 110% here tonight.
Well, the good thing for Justin Brownlee, he has more help now than in during the Governor's Cup because of Noy Rosario, because of Jamie Malone. So Justin Brownlee, still very good numbers here, 24.3, 10, 4, and 1.2. But when the stakes become higher, you expect a lot more coming from Justin Brownlee because we all know how good he is in the clutch.
That's for sure. Right now, let's go courtside to Bel Gregorio.
It is the complete opposite of treading unfamiliar waters when Ginebra and Meralco face off. But as assistant coach Richard Del Rosario put it, the rivalry and familiarity make it tougher for both sides. Meralco does a great job in disrupting Ginebra's flow, which is why execution was an emphasis coming into today, with the Barangay reminded not to settle for the first open shot and to instead keep the ball moving as they also look to increase their number of assists. But a big concern for Ginebra is how they were badly out-rebounded by the ball in their elimination round match, 56 to 38, considering that they were even importless then. So let's see how they'll fare now. Let's now meet our stars.
And now we're going to continue to break down this particular matchup as well, obviously, as far as the Bulls are concerned, they're going to be glad that they have Akil Mitchell back at 100% here. A very important game. It's a very short quarterfinal series, only a best of three.
For all we know, it might be a strategic move to rest Akil Mitchell because they already made the quarterfinal round. Although securing points to beat is also important, but a healthier Akil Mitchell is definitely what Meralco needs to have entering the quarterfinals.
And they were saying it was back spasms. You know, when you have back spasms, the back is very, very difficult to be able to
It's
actually
always
streak.
tricky. It's always very tricky when you're dealing with a back injury.
The tip-off is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Game number 1, Barangay Ginebra up against the Meralco Bulls. Banquero with the floater, drops.
Excellent execution off the back here coming from Meralco. Anytime you can get Banquero or use some on the move, that usually will pay dividends for you.
Japet with the handoff. Larry looking for space. That clock winding down. Japet to the jumper, short. Mitchell will pick it up. They'll try to push. Use him inside. It's 4-0.
These two guards need to play well if Meralco is going to win this series. I'm talking about Banquero and Chris Newsom.
They go to Brownlee. Brownlee. Gonna get there to Troy Rosario. So possession will go back here to the Bulls. I was over the outstretched arms of Japet Aguilar. Very tough shot, but nonetheless, it is 4-0 here for the Bulls. Mitchell from on top will misfire.
Interesting that it's Brownlee defending Mitchell instead of Japet Aguilar.
Bulls is going to go to the wing. Brownlee will get it off the handoff. Barry Thompson looking for space. Forces the issue and gets that one to drop.
Scotty gets in his first 2 points here.
Mitchell starts off 0 for 2 from the field.
That's the advantage of Stephen Holt, even though he's shorter. You can afford to switch him on Mitchell with that ball screen because he can hold his own in the post. That's as Scotty attacks once again.
Back-to-back points for Scotty Thompson as ties things up. Yusuf calling out the play. There's Banquero once again on the move, and kick ball will be called on Brownlee.
strength of Scotty Thompson. Banquero is not a small guard, and Newsom as well, but Scotty just overpowering both Newsom and Banquero.
Pass a little bit too strong. Here's Holt to the wing. Nice seal inside to Rosario against the much smaller Banquero.
You're gonna get a lot of that. You're gonna find some mismatches when you push the ball, and that's why Rosario finding himself defended by Banquero.
Pinto will go down to the low block. Back to Akil. They send it out. 4-point shot on the way. He'll miss everything.
That was gone twice to Akil Mitchell, but so far nothing has happened here for the Bolts.
Look to Holt. He'll give it back out. You can see Hodge there playing a little brace. And his right arm, that's a steal. Mitchell in the open court. Hands it off. Quinto will finish. No, he won't. Being very patient are the Bolts. Quinto will overshoot. That was touched last by Hodge.
So far, Barangay Ginebra is doing a better job in rebounds. That was mentioned by Bill. Even without Mitchell, they got out rebounded badly that last game.
2-point lead for the Barangay early on here in quarter number 1. Scotty already with 4 points. We'll go to the corner. Rosario for 3. Yes! He's got a quick 5 points in the contest.
5 points from Rosario. All assisted by Scotty. Scotty is responsible for all 9 points here with Barangay Ginebra.
Akil Mitchell says it's time for me to get on the board, and he looks over at Scotty saying, "You've got to be a little closer than that."
Well, you know that Scotty doesn't want him to put the ball on the floor as well. Akil Mitchell showing that he can hit that.
Short there for Rosario. Go to Mitchell once again. Mitchell, power move. Goes to his stronger right.
So that's the difference when Akil Mitchell can get the ball inside the paint. The previous 2 times that they went to him in the post, he was pushed outside. This time, even against a bigger defender in Japet, he is able to finish because he got the ball very deep inside.
Talk about somebody who's been dying to get back onto the court, and you can see he's here with so much enthusiasm.
And I think he's enjoying playing against this Barangay Ginebra crowd.
It looks like it. He's engaging them.
Yep.
Holt will put up a 3. Back that one. Japet to try to kiss it off the glass. It does.
That has become a consistent shot here already for Japet, that little 10-footer using the backboard.
Mitchell will give it up. Hodge with a jumper. Might have a little trouble there with his shooting arm, but he did practice with that brace.
Good help defense coming from Hodge. As Newsom was a Brownlee.
Almost at the halfway point of quarter number 1 already. Fast, quick pace action here. Brownlee will force the issue and score for New.
And that's a very important shot for Brownlee. Because a lot of coaches want to play Brownlee with a smaller player like Newsom, like TNT playing it with Roger Pugoy. But if Brownlee can hit that, can score in the low post, the other team will be forced to play with a bigger but lower defender.
Let's see if any changes will happen. But right now, looks like New will still take him on. 14-10 is our tally early on here. Newsom will go to Hodge. To the wing. Banquero to Hodge. I to try to challenge it much smaller. Scotty Thompson, but Scotty Thompson just pulled the chair almost from under him.
And that's the value of Matuloy Rosario. He was there to distract that attempt by Hodge. So another big man here for Barangay Ginebra contributing.
Scotty once again will go inside. Turn around, a little bit too strong. Mitchell will push. 5-on-4. Banquero with the easy layup.
That is where Meralco needs to score in the fast break because they have the advantage in speed in this match.
It's been cut down to 2. Looks like Japet's tired. They're going to hold, and a foul's going to be called on Bong. That's number 1. He's not happy though. Quick timeout here. 14-12. Barangay Ginebra up by 2.
It is game 1 of the Ginebra Meralco quarterfinal series here on PBA Rush and the Filipinas Live app. It was not the best way to cap off the elimination round for the ball to back-to-back losses, which according to Coach Sandy Soriano, the coaches associated to their lack of focus and intensity. It was also a challenge for them to maintain their defensive identity without Akil Mitchell, whom they acquired mainly for his defense. But now that Akil has returned after back spasms kept him out, no more excuses for Meralco. They must tighten up their defense, specifically their coverage against the triangle, individual matchups, and of course exerting effort to get Justin Brownlee off his sweet spots and trying to tire him out as much as possible. Just a little side note, we could also see Cliff Hodge heavily wrapped as he's powering through a right wrist sprain he suffered in their last game after a bad fall. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thanks a lot. And here's Justin Brownlee getting to his spot and scoring once again.
And again, it was in the low post against the smaller defender in Newsom. Interesting also that we're seeing an early substitution here for Akil Mitchell. So maybe the conditioning is not yet there for him after missing a couple of games, and Brandon Bates is in the game.
Been there. That's going to drop there for Banquero. That is something for us to be able to look at here, Coach, because he needs to be at 100%, especially in quarter number 4. Look at the field goals here. Scotty, extra aggressive here. Forces it up and again scores over Banquero. He's got 6 points.
Meralco's got to work on their post defense. Scotty and Brownlee have been posting up all of these perimeter players of Meralco and having a lot of success here.
The annual NBA Watch and Win is back. Watch the live games at NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, and Pilipinas Live from January 13 to Feb 16. Wait for the questions to be flashed on screen during breaks. And then send in your answers to nba.onesports.ph. Into attack here. Against a phalanx of defenders, gives it up. He was trying to go with the left hand there.
And that is why Troy Rosario was very quick on that help defense against Quinto, because he can afford to let Cliff Hodge take an outside shot.
Not always a consistent shooter was Cliff Hodge. with his right hand. Now he's going to the left. Actually, now I understand what he was telling me a while ago. He said, you might have to see my left hand a little bit. And I was wondering, what are you talking about? Now I understand. He's going to go for the left-handed shot every now and then.
If I'm with Hodge, I'm driving and attacking the basket every time I have a chance. No room for jumpers in this game.
I'm going to say it's Ginebra ball here. Mariantos will check in for the first time here. Launches and will misfire.
I think this is a crucial matchup in this series. Aaron Black against Andre Aparentos coming off the bench. These two guys can put points and are really they're six-man scorers here in the league.
Under 4 minutes to be played. We're in quarter number 1. Quinto off that turnover. Puts up the fall away. That's short. Brownlee with the rebound. Going with some movement here with the Barangay. Barrientos looking for space. Puts up a jumper. Will miss. Fakes with the board. And here comes Newsom. Take on Troy Rosario. He scores there in traffic.
You have to play with pace here. If you're Meralco, Newsom does a good job here in attacking. He gets the cross matchup here with the big guy on him, and Chris does the right thing, taking it long right at the body of Troy Rosario. And Troy had no chance.
Jamie Malonzo now checking in for the first time here in this quarterfinal matchup as we go back to Bell.
In Meralco's team meetings leading up to this first game of the quarterfinal series, the loudest voices did not come from the coaches but from team veterans Chris Newsom, Cliff Hodge, and even Akil Mitchell. Chris Newsom shared a bit of how these conversations played out. They had to make sure everyone was on the same page and that their level of activity would be turned up a notch in the playoffs. Yu felt that it was also essential for the team to be reminded that whatever success and failure they had against Ginebra should be thrown out the window. What matters is what they do in this moment at present. Back to you, Jacob.
Well, at present, there's a miss here from Brownlee. Still a 2-point lead for the Barangay. They're going to go inside to Mitchell. That quick rest, let's see.
You expect Brownlee to double team immediately there and leave Bates. If Bates will be in the perimeter area.
And that's the turn for Coach Tim Cohen who want to talk to his boys. 2:21 remaining here in quarter number 1. It's the Barangay still up by 2. During the pregame, we talked about Justin Brownlee. Now let's talk about the import here of the Meralco Bolts and Akil Mitchell back after a 2-game hiatus.
This is a guy who was fit in very well here with Meralco. He's as Bell mentioned, they got him for the defense, but he's not just a defensive player. Look at the numbers, 24 and 13, better rebounder, bigger than Justin Brownlee for sure. He can score in the post. He also hit a 3 already, meaning he can also hit that perimeter jumper. So this is a guy who can bring Meralco all the way. I really believe that.
And at the same time, No more face mask for him, which means his nose injury is good to go. Back to the action. I look for Brownlee inside against Mitchell. Mitchell trying to body up on him. Oh, with the jumper a little bit too strong. Mitchell clears. The pass a little bit too strong there. Move on, Quinto.
I don't mind that though. If I'm Meralco, if you're running, there will be times that you commit turnovers, but you need to have that commitment to push that ball.
Alonso will put up a three. He has yet to round out into his best form.
It's gonna take a while. So for Jamie, of course, conditioning will take a while, timing as well, shooting as well, because he has missed almost a year of basketball already.
They send the double. Quinto will challenge over the outstretched arms. It's going to be called definitely on Malonzo. Mazan checking in for the first time. Good to have veterans on your squad because when it comes to playoff time, when they really showcase their best. Mitchell will challenge from three offline. Foul's going to be called on Troy Rosario. It's going to be the second personal foul on Troy Rosario, who may have to be replaced here by Coach Tim.
This guy is very crucial to Meralco's bench shot production. CJ Cancino. They don't have a lane, but CJ Cancino has moved right into that Alain Maliksi role for them.
Rios has had a great conference here. Black will put up a three. That's going to rim out.
So Mazan fights for that extra possession and he gets it.
Back to Black. Under a minute to be played here in the first period. Barangay Ginebra still up. Still up here. Thompson from the wing. Swish.
10 points in the quarter here for Scotty Thompson, being very ultra aggressive here on the offensive end.
Rios will go inside of Mitchell. Mitchell up against Brownlee. Will he challenge? He'll put up a jumper. That'll rim out. Nice save there by Malonzo. Fraction of a second difference from the game clock and the shot clock, and they're going to go for the final possession. The Bulls, though, have one foul to give. Adi with a spin, a couple of moves. And Barrientos will score that floater.
So these two guards playing terrific basketball here towards the end of that first quarter. First it was Roger to Scotty, and then Scotty attracting all the defense and then kicking it out to Ronje Abadientos for that nice little floater.
That's now going to give Barangay Ginebra their biggest lead in the ball game at 7 as they lead 24-17. Welcome back to the Smart Arena Coliseum as we take a look at numbers here of RJ Abarientos.
Impressive numbers here for RJ Abadentos, one of the top rookies this season, 49 to 13.2 points, and then 43% from threes. That's really legit outside the sniping here coming from RJ.
And he also likes the four every now and then.
And he takes a high volume of threes. So to shoot at that percentage with a high volume is impressive.
Ooh, there's a cat inside.
Going back to RJ, he has made 21 out of 49 three-pointers here in the 12 games. So that's impressive.
They go up high. And Chapit Aguilar with a big slam.
Luckily, he's just taken control of this game.
Cancino will pull it out. Mitchell will attack. He hasn't really gone strong to the bucket until that instance.
After that assist to RJ Parentos to end the first quarter, another assist here, this time to Japet. Scotty in charge of the offense.
And that best move of the game is brought to you by Honda, official motorcycle of the PBA. Tap's going to go to Abarientos. They'll push. Now they'll settle for the half court. Another three. Why not? Scotty Thompson is on fire.
Somebody told Scotty Thompson that the playoffs begin today. This guy only averaged 10 points during the elimination round. He has 13 early in the second.
As you said, he's making other things happen. Jansen Rios.
That was a big bucket coming from Rios. Threatening to blow this game apart.
Rios is in game shape because of all the injuries. He's been thrust into extra action.
That's right. But he was ready. He was able to respond for Meralco when given the opportunity.
Scotty once again inside will come up short, but we're going to say traveling.
And this is all by design. You want Scotty to attack Banquero. You want Scotty to attack definitely CJ Cancino. And that's why we are seeing a more aggressive Scotty Thompson on the offensive end. This is the strategy of Postgame for sure.
That is the third shot that has ringed out for the Bolts here so far. Boy, Abarientos just got to the spot he wanted and hit the bucket.
This is just dynamite backcourt combination. When you have Scotty and RJ playing like this.
It's now a double-digit advantage at 11 points for Barangay. Rock and roll will get away with a bucket. In one.
Good pick and roll play here. Alonso got caught in no man's land there. And Raymond Almazan with a nice finish.
Let's check in with Bell.
Raymond Almazan was recently awarded for securing 1,000 offensive rebounds, and he shared that he just could not help but reminisce how it was rebounding that he practically owes his life to, because this was what propelled his basketball career. Playing volleyball until second year high school, Raymond was recruited by someone for an inter-barangay basketball game just because of his height, and his only task was to rebound. He remembers the tricycle ride on the way to that game like it was just yesterday, and it would have never occurred to him that accepting that invitation would result into the life he has. Back to you, gentlemen.
Talk about a life-changing moment.
Well, a lot of our basketball players got there at the start. Russell was photo for one, and Arvin Santos for other players.
Troy Rosario.
That's right, Troy Rosario. Yes.
Boy, Barangay Ginebra is getting their way offensively.
First it was Scotty, and then this time it's Ron J. What a luxury to have two guys who can play the point here for you for Barangay Ginebra.
Look at the conference averages here right now of Japet Aguilar. Solid.
The points are there for Japet. Always been a high field goal percentage player here at 52%, and then rebounds. And he has more help, this confidence because of the arrival of Troy Rosario. He doesn't need to play in the high 30s, maybe even low 20s to 30 minutes. I think that's the right amount of time for Japet.
Always keep it fresh. Let's go to Bell.
It wouldn't be realistic to say that burden has been lifted off Japet Aguilar's shoulders because the pressure and expectations will always be there. Japet confessed that at this stage of his career, he's also gotten a lot more involved and in touch with the mental and emotional aspects of the game. He could now understand what his previous veterans pointed out when he was in his younger years, highlighting how some moments really test his patience, especially in those times that the team doesn't buy to the system and doesn't stay disciplined to the team's identity. And that's why the pressure and burden still remain for Japet, because as a silent type, it's incumbent upon him to walk the talk. Back to you, gentlemen.
A lot of times you always want to be able to aim for excellence despite all the accolades already. Missed there from Brownlee. Brownlee hasn't taken too many shots. Almazan with the handoff. Banquero for a rather running start. It's rock and roll, kisses it off the glass.
I like the response here coming from Meralco. That's the second pick and roll play for Raymond Almazan, and he has delivered. Almazan and Rios have been huge off the bench.
Big 5-0 burst. Put together here by the Bolts. And Misi will kick it out. Justin with a 3, yes.
As good as you can defend Justin Brownlee if you're Phil Mitchell. So you don't worry about that. Just tremendous shot making coming from Justin.
It is back up to 9. Mitchell will try to repay the favor, and a foul will be called there on Aparientos.
Look at this. Mitchell moves his feet, challenges with his left hand, but Brownlee just makes one tough shot.
Mitchell will overshoot there. Banquero gets it to Newsom, who just checked in. Fall away, will drop.
And I'm making sure there's always a response here. You don't want Barangay Ginebra to lead by 15 or 16 points.
Here's Aparientos. He's been having a good quarterfinal start. Two starters back in Holt and Rosario.
And you can see the contrasting styles here between the coaches. Luigi using a lot of players here, expect 10, even 12 guys. Coach Timpon sticking with an 8-man rotation as expected.
Japet wasn't expecting that one. They were all expecting Troy Rosario to just launch a shot. They do have a taller player now in Rios up against Justin Brownlee. Here's Newsom. And get to the cup with the greatest of ease.
But Chris knows that if it's Jackets defending him in the perimeter, that he definitely has the advantage.
It has been cut down to 5. This is the closest that Meralco has gotten after falling down by as much as 11. Here's Scotty once again, gets away, gets blocked though. Here's him in the backcourt. Good transition defense here by the Gin Kings. Rios another 3. That will rebound again. That's the 4th rebound.
That was halfway in for Jansen Rios. Could have been his 3rd three-pointer.
Mazal will be called for his first personal 2nd team foul here for the Bolts. Ginebra already with 3 team fouls. Scotty will try to attack once again. That time. And goes to Brownlee on the opposite end. Japan's thinking of launching. Shot clock's down to 1. He's going to lose it. And a foul's going to be called there in Cliff Hodge.
I think the question here is, will it come before the shot clock buzzer?
That's exactly what Meralco is claiming.
There was a foul for sure, but they will review it that game in time.
That was very close, coach.
I thought it was a bit after the buzzer. Let's see. There was time. Maybe just right at the buzzer.
It had to be right at the buzzer because from our vantage point there, it looked like I saw zeros. Brand new 14 to work with here. Brownlee puts up a 4. Long rebound will be tracked down there by Banquero. Newsom once again. Hodge definitely will not take a shot anymore, I think. They go to Mitchell. Mitchell against the double.
Oh, that's going to be goaltending.
Here comes Meralco. Now just down by 3.
About Jansen Rios. You don't expect this guy to score. He's there to defend, but he has now 8 points in the first half here. What a big lift for the Bulls.
Post Bros. As you see, Chris Newsom there, the 4th overall pick. Scotty Thompson, 5th overall. Newsom would win the Rookie of the Year. Scotty Thompson was the MVP a few years after that. They've gone head-to-head so many times. And in season 48, Chris Newsom can finally say he's a champion.
And they play so much. I mean, a similar style of game. Both are two-way players, excels both offensively and defensively. Look at the numbers, 13 and 9 for both guys. Both are true leaders. And after that win in the Philippine Cup by Chris Newsom, you can say that both are now champions.
That is for sure.
And that's why, I mean, we are fortunate to have both these guys with Gilas.
And they will continue to grow their games as they play internationally as well. Another steal. This time it's Rios. Finds Banquero. Newsom. Own challenge goes to Banquero. Rios.
Wow.
Why not?
A steal and another three. Rios right now is unconscious.
Yes, he is. And he has tied up this ball game at 36. That's what you want to see coming off a timeout. If you're Coach Tim Cone. Here's Holt inside. He'll be fouled.
But I mean, you would expect a game like this when Meralco plays in Meralco, Ginebra will play their starters a ton of minutes as we look at this third three-pointer by Rios. So you expect Brownlee, Aguilar, Scotty, and those key guys hold to carry the Angels as far as scoring is concerned. Now you have a Meralco team that's going to hit you by different players coming off the bench. And that's what happened so far in this game.
As we take a look at the numbers of Stephen Holt here in the Commissioner's Cup.
Very consistent, 11.2 points. You want that field goal to be a bit higher, of course, but the intangibles, what he does on the defensive end is what really sets his value for Barangay.
And a lot of times because of that defense, it does take a little bit off from your offense. Banquero inside. We're tied once again at 38. Mitchell is all over Brownlee here. Sorry, will kick it back out. A lot of time still in the shot clock. Making their move. Holt for three. Will misfire. One and done in the offensive end here for Barangay Ginebra. You see Barangay Ginebra really wary of Rios now. Gil Mitchell will be fouled there by Rosario.
Now the time pick and roll is what wonders here for the Bolts, whether it's Banquero or Chris Newsom as the point of attack. Ginebra going small, but more potent on the offensive end with the Baventos.
Banquero with a curl. We lose it. Holt's going to get fouled. It might be on Hodge. It is on Hodge. Going to put the Bolts in the penalty here for the final 3 minutes, 43 seconds of the first half. Coach Luigi is going to get a warning here. Brown is going to give. Back up to a 2-point lead here for Barangay.
Turnovers there.
Let's break one foul.
Coming from Meralco, that will spell trouble for them. Let's see.
Oh, come on.
They were mad
He's
about
in the
the
middle
previous
of the
play.
floor.
I think they were mad about the previous play when Hodge was bumped there, but that's why Holt was able to make that layup.
Well, they're going to sort this out. But again, Nenad was in the middle of the court.
That was Coach Luigi Cleveland
That's right.
demonstrating what happened.
On the other side, Barangay Ginebra is asking for
This is
the
what
play.
this is what they were complaining about. That elbow sorry.
But this is what Barangay Ginebra is looking for. They're saying that
It's definitely a foul. Now, is that
it might be upgraded or
Flagrant foul.
a flagrant foul?
Penalty
It can
yun
be a
kasi
flagrant foul.
hindi naman ano, sa leg pa.
whatever happens, it's going to be 2 free throws because the Bulls are in the penalty. But if it's upgraded into
Take foul.
it's a take foul,
Foul lang.
so that's going to mean 2 free throws and ball possession.
Post line eh. Nasa ano, nasa
It can
goal
be.
line.
Is it 3 free throws? Because there's a take foul as well. It's-
Okay, so if it's a take foul, it's just going to be
Take
1 free
foul.
throw
but no,
for the take foul, and then because they're in the penalty,
penalty, it should be
they get 2
different.
more free throws.
And then if there's a technical foul over Meralco,
It's going to mean 4 free throws.
we'll see. They should take a technical foul free throws first, and the Barretos will be on the line.
I guess they're going to give up Barrientos all 4. So this is the technical first, as you said.
And then the take foul. One more shot for the take, one for the take foul here. I think it's good. No. It's just gonna be 2 free throws. And then ball possession.
And then ball possession.
Okay. I think if you're in the penalty and you get the take foul, you get the 2 free throws, but you still have the ball.
Free throws.
There's still another chance here for the Gin Kings to score. They've got the basketball. Now up by 4, approaching the final 3 minutes of the first half. Alonso back in. Brownlee for 3, short. Akil Mitchell. Stealing inside, easy 2.
Great job at Mitchell in them running that time. He has that size advantage against Brownie, and that's why he needs to get deep position.
Alonso will get away for 2. You can see that explosive first step is still not yet there.
But Cliff Haja fell a little bit asleep on defense that time around.
Under 2.5 remaining. As you see the numbers of the points in the paint. Rios, another 3. Short that time. Holt will clear. Jamie for 3. Bang!
That's huge for the confidence here of Jamie Malonzo. That's what a layup can do for you. He made a layup. So this time you feel good about yourself. Next time you're open, you're confident to take that three.
Misfiring there on both ends. Scotty.
Nandiyan na
wow.
si Hodge eh.
Scotty Thompson isn't happy.
God is smart
Nandiyan na si Hodge.
to stand up and go away from her.
Boy, let's see that again. All of a sudden, Scotty was already on the floor. And I think there was a whistle already blown in. All of a sudden, Hot joined the fray.
There was a foul on Mitchell. It can be a second motion technical here. Let's see that again. There was a foul. That was a foul. Scotty a bit upset here. Then Scotty's hands get the tackle to the punch legs.
So for sure, Scotty Thompson's got 2 free throws.
Interesting how this will be called.
Because it did look like the foot was also locked up there by the arm of Scotty. I agree. Let's see.
May tawag na.
And here's the announcement. It's quite long.
Foul on number 25, Mitchell penalty. Technical foul on Mitchell, technical foul on Scotty Thompson, goal for second motion.
Bakit si,
So double technical on Scotty and Akil Mitchell for second motion.
si Akil Mitchell, si Holtz. Kasi
But Scotty will take 2 free throws because we're in penalty. And when Meralco is at the play, it's always entertaining, it's always competitive. There's so much history between these two teams.
And that's why we've got a fantastic crowd here inside the Big Dome. And I'm sure millions watching outside. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us between this two squads who really no love lost. It's Barangay Ginebra up against Meralco. Game number 1. Scotty's going to miss the first. Bon Quinto back in. It's been a while since he's been on the floor.
He plays the same position as Johnson Rios. And that's why he hasn't played much here in the second quarter because of how Johnson Rios has played. And now they're playing together.
Split from the line here.
Smaller lineup here for Coach Luigi Trillo with Rios and Quinto playing forward.
Another turnover here for the Bulls. Barrientos will kick it back out. Justin. Whoa! And what a shot there from Justin Broccoli. He was falling down.
What a pass by Ron J. And the super shot coming from Justin Brownlee. Once again, very good defense of Brooklyn from Meralco, and Brownlee flicks it in for this 10-point lead.
We're going to hang on to the air.
So that play deserved 3 looks.
And I'm sure we're going to see a whole lot more of that.
But this one started because Meralco suddenly committing some turnovers to Banquero in the Newsome, forcing it a bit. And this is the rivalry.
And that shot there of Justin Brownlee really was his coming out party. And then again, all the way up to the Clark bubble.
The interesting here is this matchup 7-2 so far, advantage to Barangay Ginebra. The Bulls have not won against Barangay Ginebra in an import conference. Both wins of the Bulls, including last year's All Filipino semifinals, were Philippine Cups. And that means the Bulls they have not beaten Justin Brownlee. So that is their goal in this series, to beat Justin Brownlee for the first time.
Let's see if Akil Mitchell can be the kryptonite here.
Nice play.
If Mitchell gets away, they needed to score.
And they've gotten a lot of mileage as well from that high pick and roll. Talking about Meralco.
Alonso to the wing. Holt for 3. Back rims that one. Here's Quinto. Didn't see too much action. We'll have to get that one up. Almost another turnover. Newsom puts it up. Scores. Basket and one.
That's a great timeout by Coach Luigi. Breaks the momentum and then gets more consecutive possessions to cut this lead.
Boy, Newsom has really just matured into an exceptional point guard.
This Meralco team, they're not going away.
$50-45. 7-second difference in the game clock and the shot clock. Tapped away by Mitchell. Remember, he averages over 3 steals a ball game.
That's impressive for somebody who plays the center position. That speaks a lot about his athleticism as well, his length.
30-second timeout going to be called by Coach Tim Cohn. Definitely, they want to be able to score here. They know that Meralco is always going to be on their hip. Let's take a look at the numbers of both imports.
Very similar scoring-wise here. Of course, Akil Mitchell takes more attempts inside the paint, thus the higher field goal percentage. Has the advantage as well rebounds, but Justin Brown with advantage in assists. Similar numbers, different players. Justin Brownlee, a perimeter player who can score inside the post from time to time. But Akil Mitchell is the post player. He plays the big position, but he can hit the outside shot from time to time.
As you mentioned, Justin Brownlee has yet to be beaten by the Bulls in an import-laden conference. That is the main mission of Akil Mitchell. Ten seconds in the shot clock. 17 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Let's see the play drawn up here by Coach Tim. Ooh, they leave Scotty Thompson. Again, stripped there from Akil Mitchell.
That's why 3-point lead steals the game. Fantastic defensive player and keen to scores. If Meralco goes on to win this game, remember that last minute of that second quarter when they made a 7-0 run. That could be huge in this game.
I should take a look at the battle between these two bros.
Very impressive for these two. Only one missed field goal between Chris Newsom and Scotty Thompson. Both already in double figures. Of course, both are undisputedly the leaders of their respective teams.
That's going to bring us to the halftime break. And it's Barangay Ginebra up by 3, 50-47.
You are watching Game 1 of the Best of 3 quarterfinal series between Ginebra and Meralco. And after 2 quarters, Ginebra po ang may kalamangan. Our halftime score is 50-47. Bago natin himayin yung mga nangyari ng first half, ipag-uusapan muna natin yung mga manlalaro na umangot ang laro the past week. Let us start with our PBA Press for Player of the Week, none other than Seriers.
They go to save. Easy shot for save. Lucero. Save steps back. That was three, but save Lucero. Look at Lucero. Easy 2 points.
The young guns of Magnolia conniving for 2 points. They go to the diving Lucero, finishing through the bound. A great decision by Mark Xavier. Lucero coming out of nowhere. Nice assist pass with a cutting save Lucero.
Naging malaking factor talaga si Lucero kung bakit ang Magnolia pasok pa rin dito sa playoff. They will battle North Court tomorrow. Next up ay ang ating Rookie of the Week from Barangay Ginebra, RJ Aberin.
There. That's a shot that might give Amarientos his confidence. A nice baseline layup. Amarientos turns around and gets that one. Once it clicks. Yes, as we said, there you go. Balik sa labing isa. Ang lamang.
Barrientos with that 3-point shot.
Amarientos now makes his move. Left hand. In traffic.
You know, for his size, he's so skilled.
Patuloy kaya this week yung magandang pinapakita nitong si RJ Abarientos. Abangan po natin yan. But this time, ang mapapanood naman nating highlights is from our reinforcement of the week, Rondé Hollis Jefferson.
Here's an outside shot coming
Oh,
from
yeah. Oh. That gives it to Ratcliffe to drop it right in.
He's just going for count.
Step back for three. He'll miss, but Ricardo in there. At may kasama ng foul dahil sumundot pa si Raymond Almazan. Ricardo, another end-one situation.
Ratcliffe again. Knocks it off the Ratcliffe. Ball movement by Ratcliffe. Still knocking it down.
Correction, that was Ricardo Ratcliffe of Magnolia. And just like Xavier Lucero, ang laking bagay din ng kanyang naging improved performance for Magnolia. At tanong, ma-overcome ba nila yung twice win disadvantage? Abangan niyo po yung series na yan. But this time, let us enjoy our PBA top 5 plays.
Hinahanap, itinutira ni Hodge. Makakahirit pa ba? Ang Magnolia. Saan ka lang? Get it to go. At the buzzer.
And now they're broken. The century mark in this contest in 3 quarters. The basket is good, 101 points scored by Magnolia after 3 quarters of this contest.
No Watkins on the floor para sa Enlix. Kanino pupunta ang bola? It's with Torres right now. Carlos Torres. Oh! He beats the buzzer to tie the game up at the half. A similar shot as to Mark Barokas on the other side. Tama yan. Itong Magnolia.
McLaughlin inside. Sobra.
Mother talaga siya eh, no? Hindi makakuha ng magandang
Oh! Cyrus Torres launching it from that court. Watkins with a monster throwdown.
yung bang trust nyo sa isa't isa. At yun,
Nasasama na siya sa scouting report at hindi na masyado nakakapagparamdam ngayong commissioners.
Oh, there are 2 things there. That accounts for possible 3-point play. There are 2 things there. Game has a plenty of point guards.
Napunta kay Brownie. Brandon Bates got his hands full right now. The quick boom! It's a jam. Get the ball. Brandon Bates might challenge. There you go. The Brownie up.
yung mga ganyan. Just keep move like that. That's just a quick move.
Go on a run. Barangay never led by as much as 11. Then they tied the ball game. Meralco did. And then all of a sudden, they went up by 8. And now, it's just a 3-point lead for the Barangay.
Well, Ginebra made that run end of the first quarter, led by Scotty Thompson and RJ Valentos. They're two guards. But Meralco with a quick counter. They always had an answer to what Barangay Ginebra does. And Johnson Rios was also huge for them with three-pointers there in the first half. But a very nice, well played, high quality game we're seeing here. Very competitive as well, as expected between these two rivals.
But Bonquito hardly saw any playing time because of the exceptional play of Johnson Rios. But here, Chris Newsom took over in the second period. In the first quarter, it was actually Scotty Thompson.
And what about that matchup? We saw that earlier on. Scotty and Newsom both playing wonderful basketball and leading their teams here in the first game of the quarterfinals.
Now let's take a look at the halftime stats brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA.
Both teams exceptional from the field. 52% for Barangay Ginebra, Meralco at 48. Assists is the same as well. Ginebra with the advantage in perimeter points because they have Brownlee, because they have RJ, they have Scotty. Then Meralco points in the paint, led by Mitchell. Newsom getting a lot of points in the paint as well. And that's why we're very close game right now. Barangay Ginebra was up 50-40, a minute plus in the second quarter. Meralco with a 7-0 run, and that can be huge here in the second half.
Let's take a look at leading scores for both these squads. 14 for Thompson, 10 for Brownlee, Chapet, and RJ with 6 apiece. On the other side, you can see Newsom with 12, Rios with 11, Akil Mitchell with 10, and Chris Banquero, a starter today, at 8.
No surprises with Scotty and Newsom, but the big surprise in that lineup is Johnson Rios with 11 big points here for the Bulls.
Not to mention the fact that he also played good defense on Justin Brownlee, and at the same time, he also had a few steals here and there. We are all set for our second half. It will be very interesting to see, Coach, what both squads will change in terms of their approach here in quarter number 3.
Both teams executed the pick and roll fairly well there in that first half. Let's see if there will be changes in coverage. And switching will be done here by both coaches. We have two very proud teams here, of course, two champion teams in Barangay Ginebra and the Meralco Bulls with a lot of shared history.
You know, the basketball fans are very knowledgeable and they know that this might be the best of all the series in the quarters.
It can be. This is the 4 versus 5 matchup.
Getting away there, Stephen Holtz. Quickly, Barangay Ginebra back up to a 5-point advantage.
Quick play there. Nice execution. A quick hitter coming from Barangay Ginebra. Get for a ball.
Quinto will kiss that off the glass. Looking over the referee saying that he got hit along the way, but free say play on.
We're seeing the first switch here. Now it's now Quinto and Scotty Thompson.
Newsom is still there against Brownlee.
Uh-oh.
Almost a turnover. We stay here with the Barangay.
We saw earlier in that first quarter, Scotty attacking the basket repeatedly, even posting up against Paquero. So now the adjustment is made with Quinto defending Scotty.
Right now, let's go to Bell.
Ginebra had a sizable lead, but the half coach team identified how their defensive lapses cut this, allowing Meralco too many points to fade and layups. They also had just 10 assists in the first half, so that was also a big concern. On the other side, according to Coach Sandro Soriano, Ginebra's transition game is a big problem for them because their defense gets all over the place. So they place an emphasis on taking quality shots so Ginebra won't run as fast and Meralco's own defense can settle down. Back to you, gentlemen.
Great stuff there, Bell. As you see the brain trust there of Barangay Ginebra. Mitchell against the double team. Right into the hands of Scotty. They go to Japet. They like that size mismatch that he has. And he will score over Chris Newsom.
That's a matchup Tim Cone will love every single time. Japet Aguilar against Chris Newsom in the most. Of course, this is because of the cross matches that come in transition. And Japet takes advantage without being too aggressive because when sometimes you rush, get called for an offensive foul, or you travel. Japet being very patient in that play.
He's going to misfire that free throw, though. Here's Quinto in the open court. It's going to be called there, and Scotty.
Both teams headhunting mismatches here when they have an opportunity.
Quero. Go up high. Mitchell. Inside, getting away. No. Hodge inside, finally, on the second attempt.
The best offensive rebounders in this league.
That energy he brings is really second to none. Foul's going to be called there, Newsom. Newsom's going to be called for a foul there, and that's not going to sit well with Coach
That's
Luigi.
huge because that's the fourth foul of this Newsom. There needs to be a change, and it's Rios off the bench. Normally, you'll see Aaron Black off the bench here for Newsom. But because of the play of Johnson Rios, he's going to be the first man off the bench here.
Can he continue his stellar play here in the second half? We'll find out. Justin gets away, and a foul will be called there on Hodge. That's also going to be number 4 here at Cliff.
And this is how smart Justin Brownlee is. The moment that he sees that it's hard defending him not, he attacks off the dribble from the perimeter. And he gets fouled.
The NBA's midseason classic is here. Watch the 2025 NBA All-Star Weekend live from Feb 15 to 17, exclusive on NBA TV Philippines. One Sports, RPTV, and Pilipinas Live. It's going to be one awesome weekend. Brownlee second. Takes care of business there. Back up to a 4-point lead for the Barangay.
This is where the depth of Meralco comes an advantage. They can still compete even with Hodge and the Newsom with 4 calls. On cue, when Newsom is not on the floor, Banquero becomes the primary point of attack from the perimeter from the top. He does just that. Rejects the screen against Japet. He knows he has that advantage, and then that looping layup. Nice finish from Brisbane.
Looking to complete the 3-point play to bring his squad to within one. A little bit too strong. It lands right back to Chris. That's a mortal sin. Ooh, the floater's going to come up short, though, for Mitchell.
That was short the moment it left his hands.
Brownlee puts up a 4. Bang!
Brownlee loves it. Off transition, he will shoot a clear of 4. Another turnover.
Scotty with a steal there. For 3.
That would have brought the house down.
Yes,
for
it
sure.
would have, for sure.
But here's Brownlee. Look at Scotty. Scanning, patrolling, and then he sees Brownlee pulling up from 4. That's something they've done time and time again.
A little bit more comfortable 6-point lead. Banquero trying to make his move. Shot clock's winding down. It'll come up short. Pinpoint pass. And Scotty converts.
6-0 run here coming from Barangay Ginebra.
How did Brownlee spot Scotty Thompson? There's the quick double. Rios inside. Will finish strong.
Play by Mitchell. When you get double teamed, you have to give up the ball. And Johnson Rios, once again, the man of the moment here for Meralco.
Tim Cohen asking for movement. Almost a steal. And a kill.
Oy, opening.
Gets it to Quinto. Quinto for 3. Yes.
This is why Gil Mitchell averages 3 steals a game. Quick feet, fast hands for Gil Mitchell.
Looked like he's out of control, but he found the open ball. Quinto. That's going to be called once again on the Bolts. It's going to be team foul number 4 on Meralco.
For every Barangay Ginebra run, there is always an answer from Meralco. This time, off that turnover, wide open three for Bong Quinto.
The last.
They're going to substitute a big for a guard here. It goes out for the time being. Aparento's back. Get stellar. First half. 3 for Brownlee, short. Foul's going to be called there on Quinto. The foul's going to be called on Almazan.
Kuha ng teammates niya eh. Hawi.
That's going to put Meralco in the penalty now.
With 7 and 6 left.
That's a lot of time remaining in the third. Brownlee looking for a head start against Akil. They spread the floor. Justin kicks it out. Troy for three. Yes!
That time, there was no need to help from the weak side there from Johnson Rios because I thought Akil Mitchell played Justin Brownlee perfectly already on defense.
Not going to be called in Barrientos. To Troy Rosario, they say. It's going to be number 5 on Troy. He'll have to be replaced.
Good. Now this small lineup here for Barangay Ginebra with Malonzo and Brownlee playing the bigs.
5 minutes gone here in the third. Almazan without a challenge, Jamie. Baby hook.
I love that. You're playing small, no Japet, no Troy. Immediately you go in the low post to Raymond Almazan where he has an advantage.
Sorry, on the curl, we'll get it back. Quick passing, Malonzo tries to answer back in. The ball will go back to the ball. Let's see, they go right back to the post.
They will either kill Mitchell and Brownlee or Almazan and Malonzo. But you want it in movement. It cannot be stagnant.
Pinto trying to set the pick. Kill Mitchell will do it. Running start, that's what Banquero likes. Barrientos snares that board. Barrientos has Mitchell on him, he'll give it up. Brownlee will be pushed, and that's going to mean 2 free throws here.
It could be a long third quarter.
Barangay will call their timeout here. A 4-point lead by their squad. Raymond Almazan. As we take a look at his numbers today, coming off the bench here for the Bolts.
Decent numbers for Raymond at this confidence. Doesn't get that much playing time. Of course, Akil Mitchell is there. Landon Bliss also provides quality for them at center. 8 points and 7 points. Those are good numbers here.
He just scored in the last outing as we take a look. Fantastic crowd we have here inside the Big Dome. Appreciate good basketball. We saw Coach Norman Black there in the stands. Consultant here for the Bulls. So Brownlee now on the line for 2 shots.
The game. Take that. Meralco will match up. All lined up here for center. Meralco will do the same. Now expect Gil Mitchell to be the focal point of the offense here. And they will have 4 shooters surrounding Gil Mitchell.
Very surprised with that move because Almazan just scored inside.
No, because you want to give Mitchell some space to operate against Malonzo in the low block. Now you have 4 shooters, but one with the Gil Mitchell, so that's going to give it that space.
Black will go inside. He'll be fouled. Aaron to the line for 2 shots. That foul will also put Barangay Ginebra in the penalty. We're going to have a grinded out third period.
Like that with both teams and penalty. Aaron Black putting the ball on the floor, getting fouled. And then you're not used to this. You usually have, as we look at the numbers here, two guys coming off the bench, Black and Cancino. Very critical, very crucial to the success of Meralco for these two guys to score to the bench. But today, it's been Johnson Rios who's been doing that.
Split from the line there from Aaron. Once again, they're going to try to look for Justin. They send a quick double. Maverick is going to lose it. And the quick hands of Akil Mitchell.
He's really very good at the defensive end, able to defend both in the perimeter, of course, in the low post.
Let's go to Bell.
Poise was the word emphasized most in Meralco's most recent huddle, calling on the players not to allow their frustration, especially with the ball, carry them away. Coach Nanan pointed out how their unnecessary switching and helping cost their defensive lapses and these last few sequences, and that is something that they want to clean up. Back to you, gentlemen.
Well, they're going to clean things up there with an offensive thrust. Just going to cut the lead just down to 3. And Missy. We go to Malonzo. Malonzo will come up short there.
Both shots of Alonso here in the third were both flat.
He'll go for the floater, kissing it off the glass.
That's a better shot for Jamie for sure.
There's Mitchell.
Here comes the double. Now you have the shooting. And Quinto wisely takes it strong. Meralco usually plays with either Almazan or Hodge alongside Gil Mitchell. And that's why this is a totally different look. With Barangay Ginebra playing small, you can afford to play small as well on the defensive end. And then your offense becomes exponentially better because you have 4 shooters on the floor.
2 free throws here now for Bone Quinto. Going to get himself into some sort of a rhythm, and it looks like Coach Tim Cone is going to change up the tempo by sending back Japet Aguilar.
That's the chess match here. Sensing that Meralco plays small, you put in Japet. Now you'll try to get an advantage with Japet on the floor here. And let's see if Coach Luigi will counter by putting back Raymond Almazan.
Almazan.
Oh. Meaning to you. Wow.
The annual NBA Watch and Win is back. Watch the live games on NBA TV Philippines, One Sports, and Pilipinas Live from Jan 13 to Feb 16. Wait for the question to be flashed on screen during the breaks. Then send in your answers to nba.onesports.ph. Mazan will misfire on that first free throw. Second on the way. Likewise strong. Those misses from the free throw line. Right? To be crucial. Here comes 2 more free throws, this time for Brownlee.
Called on Johnson Rios. Can't go through that if you're Meralco.
The Bolts will call their timeout here in the third as they still trail by 3.
Umangat pa ang mga bida sa gilas ng ligas pero sa kailangan lalo kumalas ang pinuhunan ng pangarap masalabaan kapante, diskarte, di bale bakit sa maarte, tuloy lahat ng bante ito ang diskarte ang disco mini
Look at the numbers here of Troy Rosario. First 5 games as compared to his last 7 games. And you can see he's really getting comfortable here in Barangay Ginebra.
You're absolutely right. First 5 games, of course, is always a feeling out period for new players. And then you mentioned the comfort level, getting adjusted to the system. He got adjusted to the system of teams going so well that he's now part of Gilas Pilipinas.
That is correct. So no rest for him during the international window as he will head on over to Dubai with the national squad. With numbers here today, the problem is he's got 5 personal fouls. He has been the primary defender on Akil Mitchell.
We probably won't see it until maybe midway through the fourth, to the 5 fouls.
Postgame wants to save him for the end game. The free throws down here for Brownlee, giving Ginebra a 72-67 lead. Black up against Anmisi. Misi's playing time has really dwindled here. Rios a little bit too strong. Here's Maverick. Maverick will attack. And they're going to call him for a charge.
And once again, it's Johnson Rios doing the job here for the Meralco Bulls. This is what he's known for. He's a role player and a defender, and these are the things that he does. But today, he put in 13 points as well for his team.
That has been huge. They were actually down by 11 at one stage. He personally led that comeback. Yep. Under 3 to play here in the third. Mazan up against Malonzo. They'll kick it back out. Looking to repost. Mitchell quickly back on the floor. His left-handed shot will misfire. Here's Barrientos. Thought he was going to stop for a 4. Some movement. Barrientos looking for a shot. Will put up a 3. That's offline. Gonna go inside. Mitchell there will score.
Once again, that mismatch. It was Mitchell defending RJ. Then RJ misses the three, so naturally it's RJ defending Mitchell on the other end.
Under 2 minutes remaining here in quarter number 3. And look inside, the foul's going to be called on Black. 2 free throws here. Barrientos.
You gotta be more disciplined if you're Meralco. These are just too many free throws being given to Barangay Ginebra in this quarter. RJ with 6 points in the game.
Knocked down that first free throw. Five is back in. Second free throw coming here for RJ. They give his squad a 5-point lead once again. And he's able to do it. Newsom's got 4. Hodges 4. Talking about fouls. That pass a little bit too high. Saved by Barrientos. He'll get it back. He'll push. No look pass inside. Chapit will score.
Once again, that's the dynamic backcourt of Scully Thompson and RJ Barrientos making that play happen.
Mitchell will kick it out. Black for 3. That's offline.
It's going to stay with Meralco.
Last there by Maverick. Second shot clock once again here for the Bolts. Newsom will look to create here. Foul's going to be called there. That time on Maverick.
Isang tawagan na.
You gotta make your free throws here. If you're Meralco, we saw Almazan make miss too earlier on.
Preston Brownlee will check back in here for the final minute of the third. No rest for the weary. You just mentioned it, Coach. There's another miss.
These are huge misses, especially when you're down here with 7 points. This is a very tight matchup, very competitive game. Every point will count for sure.
Split from the line there. RJ up against Black. Out of Scotty, they go to high play. Brownlee with a jumper. That won't drop. He'll stay here with the Barangay end. Jansen Rios is asking for a challenge here.
And Jansen Rios, he was so sure. He didn't wait for Coach Luis to acknowledge that they were going to challenge. He made sure that the referees will review this.
It's a big challenge here. In a close encounter such as this one.
The way Jansen Rios is played today, I will not bet against him.
I agree. Better win this challenge, though.
That's why.
It's back in the doghouse. We're looking at it now from multiple angles, taking a little longer. Again, Jansen Rios, look at him on the floor saying, no, it's our ball, it's our ball. He's adamant. He was right there.
He was about to get that rebound, and it was tapped from behind. Now, not clear if it grazed his hands when it was tapped from there to be Johnson Rios. It is Meralco ball.
They're still looking at it here, coach.
Mali yan, bangko ka.
They also saying PR ball.
And here's the verdict.
Successful challenge. This is the Johnson Rios day. The stop race copy for sure.
Coach Nena, though, in the ear of the referee, is saying, you know what? If you got that right, you might have had still 2 challenges for the game.
Salamat ka.
Left with 1.
Bangko ka.
That was a hard call to make.
3-pointer for Newsom. That was in the right in front of Scotty Thompson.
Catch and shoot defended well by his buddy, Scotty Thompson.
7-second difference in the game clock and the shot clock. They go up high. Brownlee for 2.
Unanswered from Scotty Thompson, getting that ball inside to Justin. And for one play here.
Mitchell for 3.
That's huge. Big shot from Akil Mitchell.
He knew exactly what he wanted to do there in the final seconds.
And nobody can, every time somebody makes one, there's always an answer from the other team. And that's why we are, Barangay Ginebra is only topped by 2 points here.
Right now, let's take a look at the game summary, starting out with the perimeter points. It's 30-26 in favor here of Barangay Ginebra. That was actually much bigger heading into the second half. Inside scoring. 44-34. This time in favor of the Bulls. That has held through. Even here after 3 periods. And then we've got the import matchup. Brownlee 21, Miguel with 16. But in terms of rebounding, Mitchell with 6 more. That sets up an exciting finish here, coach. Fourth period is underway.
This should be a good one.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Black still with possession, gets it to Mitchell. Shot clock's now down to 8. Mitchell inside, that's deep. And we are tied at 2.
You get the 2 for 1, you convert on both, one was a 3, and then the first possession of the fourth quarter is also with Meralco, and suddenly it's a tight game.
Barrientos up against Black. Familiar matchup we've seen here in the second half. Scotty will go inside. Brownlee will come up short. He'll get the rebound though. Scotty's going to lose it. Newsom. And Black will give the Bolts their first taste of the lead in quite a while.
7 straight points here coming from Meralco.
Barrientos with a jumper. Ties things up once again. This time at 80.
RJ gets the matchup that he wanted there. This time he dribbles inside to take that pull-up jumper.
Black with a spin. And he'll score. Back up to a 2-point lead here for the Bolts. Have not led since the first period. Brownlee for three. That's offline. Newsom with the rebound. He'll push. Looking for some big baskets. Quinto. Short of that three.
That was a good look, though. Good offense there coming from Meralco in transition. Another turnover by Barangay Ginebra.
Quinto's going to lose it. A lot of the crowd here at the Smart Arena Coliseum on their feet. They know this is a crucial stage of this ball game.
Two explosive guards there making some baskets. RJ and then Aaron Black.
Let's go to Bell.
Let's look at how Meralco shooters will fare in the early goings of the final quarter, because in their most recent huddle, Coach Nanad instructed wanting to see Akil Mitchell drive to the basket. Of course, if the opportunity is there, he should take it. Otherwise, if Akil or whoever is inside feels like defense is clogging the paint, there should be three other options outside ready to take the shot from beyond it. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thanks a lot, Bell. And right now, there was a turnover here for the Bolts. And again, we are deadlocked at 82.
And in this game, you cannot turn the ball over. Both teams have capitalized very well when the other team makes a mistake.
Odds will bring this one down. It's going to be Golden Holt.
This is what playoff basketball is all about. Ginebra giving us a show here.
We're so glad you're joining us here this Wednesday evening. Here's Black. There is a switch. Quick double here by Barangay. Black inside, overshoots. Every possession is going to count here in the fourth. Jappa with the attack again. He scores this time against a bigger individual in Cliff Hodge.
It's been headhunting mismatches all game long from these two teams. This time it's Jappa's turn to take advantage, scoring in the post once again. So Jappa having a big fourth quarter.
Tumalas ang tinuhunang atas ng pangarap na pasalabaan. Abante, diskarte, di bale, walang pake sa maangarte. Tuloy lang at kampante, ginto lang ang diskarte. Bumubulusok, umuusok, tumutusok, at takot sa ibang tulog.
Welcome back to the Smart Arena Coliseum. Exceptional crowd that we have here this middle of the week game. Why not? It's the start of the quarterfinals. We got Looney, the rapper here, joining us today.
I think the two series that were played today, Rain or Shine, converge. Very entertaining as well. If not for Dion Thompson falling out, I thought that would have gone down the wire as well. And then now, Barangay Ginebra and Meralco. Fascinating.
Japet Aguilar will complete that three-point play. It's now a three-point edge once again for his squad. A lot of basketball to be played here. Newsom hits the deck.
It's 3 seconds.
Quickly picks himself up. Mitchell inside will misfire. It falls to Hodge.
They went away a bit from Akil Mitchell the last couple of possessions. Now they go back there because even if he misses, with all the attention, Cliff Hodge will get a chance to get an offensive rebound.
Shot clock's winding down. It's now at 6. Brownlee with a fall away. Back rims that one.
Great defense coming from Chris Newsom.
Mitchell goes up. Newsom catch and shoot. Another three.
And both teams just answering back here with big shot after big shot.
Brownlee will put up a three. Scotty steals it and puts it through. We're tied again at 87.
It's the Scotty
Double
and
pa si
Chris
Troy.
Newsom show once again here.
Mitchell is ready to shoot. Nice spin. Quinto gets away, but a little bit too strong.
That is the matchup Quinto wanted. They will take a look at this if it's a take foul. Nice look there coming from Akil. His shot is on today. The second three here from Newsom in this half. Expect Scotty to make plays like that. That was an easy rebound there for Gil Mitchell. Scotty just steals the ball away.
So it's going to be a transition take foul. Newsom and Banquero saying that we were there to help out defensively.
Yan. Nauli.
Again, they also could be looking at the fact that he actually wasn't making a play for the
Yes.
ball.
Right call.
Pinauli. Madami naman siyang kakampi dun sa kabila.
Here comes Troy Rosario back with his 5 personal fouls. Gonna try to spell Japet as long as he possibly can.
Expect Rapid to probably be back at this game the way he is been playing.
Thompson inside, and that's gonna drop here over the outstretched arms of Raymond Almazan.
21 points now in the game for Scotty Thompson.
Banquero, straight line drive, will overshoot. But again, there's Almazan to clean up the mess.
Tim Cohn was very concerned about rebounding prior to this game. And he may have a point.
Back to Brownlee. Brownlee will make his move. Falling away. Hits that jumper. 3-point lead once again for the Barangay. Mitchell gets to his spot. Up against Brownlee. Quick spin. Not going to convert. Brownlee saves it.
Go, go, go.
5 on 4 here with Mitchell on the floor. RJ makes the play.
And just like that, it's a 5-point lead here for the Barangay.
Gil Mitchell needs to settle down here.
Now, the familiar chants of Ginebra. Once again, Almazan. He'll overshoot.
It's 2 attempts inside the paint. One from Mitchell, one from Almazan.
Scotty's going to get fouled there. A shot there over the outstretched arms once again of the defender. The spin here coming from RJ.
And that's one J knowing it was 5-4. Don't settle. You get that layup.
3 team fouls in the Bulls, 2 for Barangay Ginebra. Scotty, with a keel on him. Takes this one falling away. What a shot there from the one-time MVP.
I've been raving about the perimeter defense of Akil Mitchell, but that shot was beautiful coming from Scotty. Nothing Akil can do about that.
Well, Mitchell trying to get it right back there. Akil Mitchell there having a little chat with Scotty. Scotty might have had something to say after making that shot. And Mitchell's going to misfire another free throw.
This is the biggest problem in today's game. Here in the second half. Almazan missing free throws. Akil Mitchell missing free throws.
Next one in the second. Still a 6-point lead here for the Barangay as we approach winning time. The business end of this one, the final 5 minutes. Barriento scores.
He's such a weapon as a secondary ball handler, secondary creator here for Barangay Ginebra.
8.
They go to Mitchell once again. Almost a steal there. Do some of the jumper. They need that one. Not going to drop. Again, Barrientos will bring it down. Scotty will play the one. Still. They wanted to create. Brownlee for 4. Here's Mitchell in the open court. We'll get it to do something.
There's still a lot of time here for Meralco. They've made a run every time Barangay Ginebra has established 6 or 8 point lead.
And you send Chapit Aguilar back into the ball game. They go to Rosario. He's going to lose it. 2-on-1. Quinto will be fouled. And it's a pass ball.
Ako naman titira eh.
This will not be given here. And both teams badly need this timeout to recharge.
Look at the numbers of the one-time MVP, Scotty Thompson, here in the Commissioner's Cup. Those are solid numbers all throughout.
Those are elimination round numbers for Scotty Thompson. Because today, these Our playoff numbers for Scotty, quarterfinal numbers here: 23 points, 5, 4, 6 assists, and 4 steals in an amazing 9 out of 10 from the field. That's just a tremendous job by Scotty, and he has done it as well on the defensive end. He has been the quarterback all game long and the leader, the MVP of this Barangay Ginebra team.
As you said, leading his squad defensively with those 4 steals. Final 3:40 of game number 1 as we open the quarterfinal series of the Commissioner's Cup for 2025. Mitchell will blow that shot. Quinto inside. Will overshoot. Back down by Banquero. Scotty's gonna sky high for that one.
I didn't think it was wise for Meralco to take a three. No need at that time for Chris to launch from beyond the arc.
They'll go to JB. Familiar matchup we've had. Scotty will put up a 3. Will misfire. There. Landing in his lap. Chopper to the putback.
Perfect timing here for Coach Tim going to go back to his big lineup because they were on the defensive end, and then Japet getting that big offensive rebound.
He's back up to 8. Mitchell almost lost it. Shot clock down to 4. Banquero will come up short. A hold to bring it down. Back to Justin Holt with the attack. Open 3. Not that time. Tap though. Back to the Barangay. Being on the sideline, they say there. On hold. Also super time here. 2:06 remaining in this one. They trail by 8.
It's a presence of Alvin Patrimonio who used to do that all the time. But this guy, it's a full head shoulder.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, Scotty Thompson getting that. Wow! And look at that. Just understands how important Scotty Thompson is. And it looks better in slow motion.
Yes, it does.
And he had one of those patented one-handed rebounds just about a minute ago. Wanted to make 100% sure about that board.
Allow it rebound from Scotty Thompson.
That was over Chapet Aguilar.
He does this even in the World Cup.
That's right. The NBA's midseason classic is here. Watch the 2025 NBA All-Star Weekend live from Feb 15 to 17, exclusive on NBA TV Philippines. One Sports, RPTV, and Pilipinas Live. It's going to be one awesome weekend. We actually have a real awesome week of basketball here. Rios.
That was a well-run play, though, of the timeout there to get an open look for the very hot Jansen Rios, but he has cooled down here in the second half.
Yes, he has cooled off. He hasn't been on the floor for quite a while. Here's Scotty. Little nudge. Will misfire though. It goes to Brownlee. They'll use clock. Again, going back to that mismatch. That clock is down to 2. That would have been the backbreaker if it dropped there. Still, with a glimmer of hope, are the Bolts here.
You have to hurry here if you're Meralco. Time is not on your side.
Mitchell with a floater. A little bit too strong. And that just might be it.
The shots were not falling for Mitchell. He had the shots that he wanted here in the fourth quarter, but they were not falling for Phil Mitchell. Now you have to wonder, because he missed a couple of games because of the back spasms. Was he tired in the fourth quarter? Phil Mitchell. He had a big end to that third quarter, and then started strong in the fourth. But he has fizzled out here in the last 5 minutes. Look at this. Blocked by Scotty Thompson.
He was playing possum there.
They showed his stat line earlier on. And he had no blocks. I think Scotty saw the screen, and I need a block to fill out the stat sheet here.
Talk about a stat stuffer. 30-second timeout to be called on by the Bolts. That was actually a good foul as well from Justin Brownlee, so it's not going to be free throws.
Just a sideline throw in here. But this is a very potent Barangay Ginebra team right now. Jamie Malonzo rounding into shape. They got Troy Rosario. They got this guy from the draft. Look at that pass by RJ. And the nice thing about RJ in today's game, he played well without relying on his three-point shot. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. I'm not sure if he had a three-pointer today, maybe one. But RJ Amalento's playmaking here for Barangay Ginebra. And when you have RJ and Scotty alternating as a point of attack in that pick and roll, that's a potent combo. This is a Barangay Ginebra team that's very dangerous. They were in the finals of the previous conference, but this is a better team with Troy Rosario, Jamie Malonzo. Very deep, and Coach Tim Cohen very comfortable with this 8-man rotation.
Remember, still just a 2-possession ball game here. Well, they're going to review this one just to make sure. But if the possession goes to Barangay Ginebra here, that should be it. But remember, if they made that shot, it would have been down to just one possession.
Would have been they were trying to make 8 points in 2 possessions with 2 4-point shots here, which was the right thing to do. If you're Coach Luigi Trillo.
Touch last there by Hodge. Justin was asking if he can actually run the entire baseline. They say no. Looking for a steal. They get the jump ball. So they were looking for turnover. So they got the next best thing. Jump ball situation here.
There's no quit for sure. This Meralco team. That's why they won the last Philippines Cup.
Looking for a 4-point shot here. This 2-pointer's not going to help them. And in fact, it's going to be a miss.
Another missed point block range attempt here from Meralco. That was their problem the entire fourth quarter. And that's why Barangay Ginebra will grab this 1-0 lead.
Barangay Ginebra takes game number 1 by 8. 100-92. And a lot of heroes here for Barangay Ginebra.
This is probably the biggest one. Scotty Thompson on your screens. MVP numbers from Barangay Ginebra's MVP in today's game. Scotty Thompson, he did it every possible way. Step back jumper, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. It's not a triple-double, but Still excellent numbers. 23 points and only 13 field goal attempts here from Scott.
Our best player of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. And now we've got the final score, brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Barangay Ginebra 100, Meralco 92. As we have the games tomorrow as the quarterfinals continues. It's Northport with a twice to beat advantage over the Magnolia. Chicken Timplado Hot Shots at 5, and at 7:30, it's TNT up against Eastern. Both those games will be at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll head on over to the press room.
Habang is kumikinang ang lahat na ihibang naglili at nagniningning parang pinatagpong hilig. Bawat punan, meron kamunan, laban yung laban sa bayanan, isang bansa, isang bansak. Alam mo to, laro mo to, tuloy sa kampyonato. Sama-sama tayo, manlalaro, afisyonado. Oh my chest. Here we go.
Welcome to our post-game press conference. We have our player of the game, Scotty Thompson, and assistant coach Richard Del Rosario of Barangay Ginebra. Gentlemen, congratulations. Coach Chard, ninth playoff series against Meralco. And tulad ng nasabi mo sa akin kanina na the familiarity just makes things tougher for both teams. What were the challenges posted by Meralco tonight that you want to discuss in practice tomorrow to strengthen your chance of sweeping them again?
Well, it was really a tough game, no? Especially because Meralco was a very good defensive team, and they made it difficult for us to really execute our offense. So yun yung challenge namin, how we can stay disciplined with our execution. They do a lot of things that take you out of that execution. But again, I think the players really, yung grit lang nila talaga ang panalo dito. And also, we challenged them because last game against them without an import, we got clobbered in the boards. So I think now we did a better job against Meralco in getting rebounds. But it's going to be tougher. They know what we're doing, very familiar, and their import looks like he's already recovered from the back injury. Gave us a lot of problems, and the guards got into the paint, so we still have a lot to work on defensively.
Thank you.
Sorry, kasi Coach Tim, that's why.
Thank you, Coach. Now, Scotty, conference high, 23 points, and 3 out of your 4 highest scoring games kalaban Meralco. Is there anything particular against Meralco na parang mas maganda yung shooting or yung scoring game?
First and foremost, all glory to God sa panalong ito. And wala akong group. Also yung wife ko, family ko, yung mga anak ko. And yun, I think yung familiarity and nagkataon lang din siguro na tuwing playoffs, no, kami nagtatapat against Meralco, and we know grabe yung defensive team nila, no. And coming to this game, sabi nga ni Coach Richard, we have to battle their physicality, no. Kaya yun, basta playoffs lang as a veteran, kailangan ko lang din maging ready and step up yung mga elimination game ko kami sa play.
Pati hindi lang yung offense mo yung maganda ngayong game. It was an all-around game for you. And every time na nakukuha ka ng rebound or there's a hustle play for you, na-excite, sumisigaw yung crowd. Is this a factor or does it motivate you to grab another rebound because, again, yung nagagawa din ng crowd?
Overall naman, yun lang talaga yung gusto ko maging aggressive both ends, no, offense and defense, but nagkataon din talaga na nasushoot yung mga tira ko, and credit din sa mga teammate ko na nahanap ako. We moved the ball well. I think 5 guys sa amin na nasa double figures. So, I think malaking bagay sa amin yun. Sign sa amin yun na talaga yung bola gumagalaw sa offense namin. And yun. Right now, let's take a look at the game highlights brought to you by Honda, official motorcycle of the PBA. Starting things off, Rosario here with a big 3. We had 5 quick baskets.
Toy was playing well, but got saddled by foul trouble in the third quarter. Then the guards here from Meralco, they came alive in that first quarter. Newsom and then Banquero.
Here's Newsom looking for some early offense and gets that one to drop. Didn't complete that 3-point play.
Plays with pace. They get a lot of good shots.
But it seems like they went away from that after the first period.
Well, Barangay never also was ready for it. Barangay never also did not turn the ball over much in that second half.
First quarter ended in favor of Barangay Ginebra, 24-17. And again, Chris Newsom went to work.
This was really a Newsom versus Thompson show.
Yes, it was.
Pretty much the entire game, but the fourth quarter belonged to Scotland.
Well, the second period belonged to Jackson Rios.
Without him, they would have been down double digits.
This might have been a blowout.
Possibly. Rios was really huge for them. Alonso slowly rounding shape, and he's going to be dangerous if he never gets deep into the playoffs or the finals.
Look at that acrobatic shot here off the pass from Barrientos. They got enough spin on it to put it through. To mention the fact that he was falling back already. 50-47 after 2 periods. Barangay Ginebra still clinging on to that lead. In the third period, Japet went to work. Always there, always ready for the offensive board.
That was the key thing for Ginebra. Everyone had these moments. Although Scotty was consistent all game long, Aparentos had his moments. Japet had his moments as well. Alonso. So this body was balanced.
Into now hitting a 3 there. Starting to see some more playing time, but once again they go inside and Justin Brownlee delivers. Gil Mitchell would hit a big 3 there to end the third period. Got that lead to just 2 points.
He would score again to begin the fourth, to give that to tie the game, and Meralco took the lead briefly at the beginning of that fourth quarter.
Yes, they did. But then all of a sudden, Barangay Ginebra regained control. And look at that tough shot. Here by Scotty Thompson.
This is way too much. I thought Akil Mitchell defended too much in the perimeter. He defended RJ. He defended Scotty Thompson. And I thought he got tired because of
Barrientos had his moments as well. Then Newsom here on the break. Kept his squad within striking distance, just down by 6. Then once again, Japet Aguilar. Look what I found. Puts that one through.
Japet stepped up big time when Troy got into foul trouble.
The Barangay Ginebra takes game number 1 of this best of 3 quarterfinal series, winning this one 100-92. Our games tomorrow at 5. It's Northport up against Magnolia, and it's TNT up against Eastern. Northport and TNT with a twice to beat advantage. That's going to be at the Ninoy Aquino Stadium. And that's going to do it here for our coverage. In fact, my partner, Coach Mark Molina, Anthony Stye saying, thanks for joining us, everybody. Till next time, take care. Have a good night ahead. God bless.
Are you? Sorry. What's up? Same way we were always prepared. We've been in playoff mode for the past week and a half, so it's just all part of the course. I think we have depth. I think we have a lot of depth. We can match up, count down, so it should be fun. Should be fun. Thank you, my guy. Appreciate it. Everyone.